you to each and every one of you for being with us today. This is Bangladesh Frontier Startups Demo Day and Closing Ceremony. I am Jun Lim and
네, 안녕하세요. 한국어 진행을 맡은 성경입니다.
extended greetings to all our viewers on YouTube Live, both in Korea and Bangladesh.
네, 모두 반갑습니다. 오늘 끝까지 함께 해주세요.
Before proceeding with today's ceremony, we would like to introduce the Bangladesh Frontier Startups Business Preparation Project. This project is about the ongoing story of the 10 future entrepreneurs from the 5 teams who were selected through a 600-to-1 competition and traveled all the way from Bangladesh to Korea and completed the 6-month programs and networking sessions to become successful startup founders.
네, 그렇습니다. 이런 상황에서도 안전하고 또 성공적으로 대한민국 연수를 수료하는 방글라데시 우수인재 스타트업 10분 모두에게 저희가 격려와 또 축하의 말씀을 드립니다.
So, let's get today's event started, shall we?
네.
Bangladesh Frontier Startup Demo Day is the event where the 5 startup teams from Bangladesh get to pitch their final presentation and find the best of the best through your screening and your votes.
네, 6개월이 그렇게 길지 않은 시간임에도 불구하고 과연 어떤 반짝이는 창업 아이디어가 나올지 뽐낼지 정말 기대가 됩니다. 자, 그럼 오늘 행사는 어떻게 진행이 될까요?
Right. In today's event, each team will pitch their final presentation on stage for 5 minutes, followed by 5 minutes, a couple of Q&As from the judges. And then the respective judges' scoring carding will proceed immediately, and the best ideas will be revealed.
네, 각 팀이 5분간 발표를 진행을 하고요. 이후에 심사위원과의 Q&A가 진행이 되겠습니다. 자, 그럼 투표 방법도 알려주시죠.
Sure. The respective judges, you must have received the voting link in advance. After each presentation, just click on that link to go to the voting page and vote for the best idea. Easy as pie, is it?
네, 정말 쉽습니다. 발표가 모두 끝날 때마다 심사위원분들께 저희가 미리 안내해드렸던 투표 링크 들어가셔서 바로바로 투표를 해주시면 되겠습니다.
Now, we will have the opening remark for today's ceremony. Please welcome Mr. An Wan-gi, the chairman of Korea Productivity Center.
네, 반갑습니다. 안완기 회장님의 개회사를 청해 듣도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you, Mr. Jun Lim and Ms. Sung-kyung. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Wan-gi An, chairman of Korea Productivity Center. We call it KPC. First, I'd like to express my gratitude to State Minister Mr. Junaid Ahmed Palam MP, Senior Secretary Mr. NMG Aul Alom, Executive Director Mr. Pato Pro Team Deb, Project Director Mr. MD Amduru Rapim, also Korean Ambassador to Bangladesh Mr. Ri Jang-geun, and also all respectable members of the Ict Division and Korean Embassy to Bangladesh. They have guided and supported the Bangladesh Frontier Startups Business Preparation Support Project. Also, I would like to congratulate and honor all excellently talented 10 startup founders from Bangladesh who safely and successfully completed this project in Korea. Before we take a look at the final pitch of the 5 teams, I just would like to briefly introduce what each team has gone through during the entire course of training in Korea with our steps of Korea Productivity Center, KPC. Despite the lack of time here in Korea, the entire 5 teams managed to develop the initial startup ideas in advanced concepts with the cooperation of steps of KPC, also produced prototypes, and even applied for PCT international patents. Also scaled up the business model by participating in multiple seminars and networking sessions with experienced startup veterans in various fields. I've heard that 5 teams. Let me introduce with the full pronunciation of my accent, Krishian team, Char Chokka team, ANTT Robotics team, Rokkhi Limited team, Chobir Baksho team. Please excuse me of the very poor pronunciation of the Bangladeshi pronunciation. These 5 teams have showed very impressive, successful results to KPC and Korea. We anticipate these 5 startup teams who have successfully completed this project up to now, when they return to your home country, based on your experience in Korea, please be the leaders for the coming next generations of ICT, creating ever further innovative stories over years, and also play the key role of the bridge of the connecting Bangladesh and Korea through and including KPC. In addition, we'd like to ask all teams to continue the journey of great challenges to grow as a next generation leader in Bangladesh ICT field, as an accelerator for raising startups and for the growth of Bangladesh startups. KPC, our company, also will consider you as our permanent alumni and partners. Also continue to share global startup information to you and carry out our big support to you. With the support of Bangladesh government and the Korean Embassy to Bangladesh, KPC is currently carrying out several projects, not only this project, including the technical education and youth employment project in Bangladesh, and the establishment of a startup ecosystem at Dhaka University. KPC will do utmost effort to play a faithful role as a bridge that connects the 2 nations through the efficient and active operation of the project. Also pursuing to create new synergies that can bring innovation to various industries. This project initially started from friendship with Mr. Alam Shafil through the KPC startup program, resembled the entrepreneurial spirit of a startup that turns coincidence into inevitables. As a closing, we KPC promise we will do our best effort to continue to create mutual benefit over the 2 countries by maintaining the close relations of the related parties of this project. Once again, I'd like to express my most sincere gratitude to State Minister Mr. Junaid Ahmed Halam MP and to all respectful members and project managers, also Ambassador Mr. Ri Jang-gun, and to all who have worked tremendously hard work to make this project a successful result. Thank you.
네, 말씀 잘 들었습니다.
Thank you, Mr. An Wan-gi, Chairman of Korea Productivity Center. Next, we will have a greeting from ICT Ministry Bangladesh. Please welcome the Senior Secretary, Mr. N.M. Jiao Alam.
네, 방글라데시 정보통신부 NM 지아우 알룸 실장님의 인사 말씀을 저희가 정해 듣도록 하겠습니다. 연결돼 있나요? 네, 그러면 저희가 다음 분으로 먼저 한번 말씀 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Right, let's move on. Next, we have the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Mr. Ri Jang-gun.
네, 주 방글라데시 이장근 대사님의 인사 말씀 정해 듣도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you. Honorable State Minister Junaid Ahmed Palak, my good friend, Senior Secretary Jiao Alam, and Chairman An Wan-gi, distinguished participants and colleagues. Good morning to you, those who are participating today from Bangladesh, and good afternoon to those participating from Seoul. And Assalamu alaikum. It is my great pleasure and honor to be here with you today and join the congratulations to the 5 talented Bangladeshi startup teams who have successfully finished their 6-month-long collaboration in Korea with their Korean partners. As you may know, it is my 3rd time to participate in this process of Korea-Bangladesh startup collaboration together with Honorable State Minister Palak. In October last year, I had the honor of observing the signing ceremony between Bangladesh ICT Division and KPC, followed by the award-giving ceremony in December to award the 5 Bangladesh startup teams selected through a rigorous competition for more than 3 months. Before their departure, I also met with them at my embassy and heard their enthusiasm and ambition, as well as their big expectations in Korea. Today, I'm very glad and excited to see the remarkable outcome of the 5 Bangladesh teams during their 6-month-long journey in Korea. And I believe that not only the 5 selected Bangladesh teams, but also our 2 governments, Korea and Bangladesh, have successfully fulfilled our expectations and our initial intended goals. And I much look forward to listening from them today in more detail about their accomplishments and also experiences in Korea. Distinguished participants, Bangladesh is regarded as a rising star for its successful economic development for the past decades. Its per capita GDP has tripled since 2009 in just 10 years. And even in the middle of the corona pandemic, its economy grew more than 5% in the last fiscal year. In very difficult circumstances, Bangladesh also has been managing the pandemic rather successfully. I have observed all these things Bangladesh government was doing here in Bangladesh, and I was very impressed by the government's leadership, especially the Honorable Prime Minister Hasina. Moreover, in this very meaningful year for Bangladesh of celebrating the 50th anniversary of its independence and the centenary of the birth of Bangabandhu, father of the nation, Sheikh Mujib Rahman, the UN early this year declared the LDC graduation of Bangladesh from 2026. More importantly, Bangladesh has much more promising future ahead. I strongly believe that the future of Bangladesh lies in the development of ICT sector and in the hands of its young generation, which accounts for more than half of its 1.7 billion population. I believe that Bangladesh is well positioned for a success in the era of the 4th Industrial Revolution, with its big population and with full of talented young people. Today, we have a glimpse of the bright future of Bangladesh through the 5 talented, ambitious, and innovative young Bangladesh startup teams. In this respect, I cannot but express my sincere appreciation to the Honorable State Minister Palak and Chairman Anandgi of KPC for making such an important initiative. I have no doubt that Korea will be a natural and the most suitable strategic partner in Bangladesh's journey toward bright future and live up to your expectations. Now, the 5 Bangladeshi startup teams who are returning home have further responsibility beyond realizing their personal dreams. I believe that your 6-month-long experience in Korea should not remain only to yourselves. I hope that you all could be agents and pioneers of strengthening and deepening the ties between Korea and Bangladesh. By sharing your experience in Korea with other young Bangladesh dreamers, I hope more and more Bangladesh youth go to Korea and make Korea as a stepping stone in realizing their dreams. I am willing and ready to help you and work with you towards that end. In closing, once again, I would like to express my deep appreciation to Chairman An of KPC and other KPC colleagues and experts for their support to the success of this important collaboration project. I also wish the 5 Bangladesh teams a smooth and successful wrap-up in Korea during the remaining days, and look forward to seeing you again soon in Dhaka. Thank you very much. 오늘 돈노밭.
네, 교수님 말씀 정말 감사드립니다.
Thank you, Mr. Lee Jang-geun, the ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the People's Republic of Bangladesh. Just checking back to see if we have the Senior Secretary, Mr. N.M. Ziao Alam with us. Sir, are you with us?
예,
No,
지금 방글라데시와 또 한국 같이 연결되어 있기 때문에 네.
He had to leave. He had another meeting, so he left already.
Well taken. Then
not
we have the
available.
we have the State Minister ICT Division Bangladesh. Please welcome Mr. Zunaid Ahmed Palak MP.
네, 방글라데시 정보통신부 주나이드 아하메드 팔락 장관님의 인사 말씀을 정해 듣겠습니다.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to my good friend, His Excellency Lee Jang-kyun, the Honorable Ambassador of People's Republic of Korea to Bangladesh, Honorable Special Guest An Wang-gi, Chairman, Korea Productivity Center, Honorable Special Guest N.M. Ziaul Alam, Senior Secretary of ICT Division, Executive Director, Mr. Parthopratim Deb of Bangladesh Computer Council, and respected guests and judges, including all members of KPC, KIPA, the Embassy of Republic of Korea, our friends from media, and other distinguished guests who has joined this program through different online media. A very good morning to you all. South Korea has been a good friend of Bangladesh since 1973 and has been a close development partner. I would like to thank Korea Productivity Center and Bangladesh Frontier Startups Business Preparation Support Project for organizing this competition, which adds another milestone in the friendship between the two nations. At the outset, I would like to remember the father of the nation, the architect of the independence of Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, with utmost gratitude and respect. At the same time, I remember the glorious sacrifices of 3 million martyrs and more than 2 lakhs of victimized women during 1971 Liberation War of Bangladesh, and all those who sacrificed their lives for establishing the rights of Bangladeshis. This is the month of August, a dark month in the history of Bangladesh, when in 1975, we lost the father of our nation along with the most of his family members. It is a month of mourning, and I would like to pay my deepest respect to the martyrs of August 1975. I would also like to remember all the people who lost their lives due to this devastating pandemic, and also all those frontliners who are sacrificing every day to give humanity hope of moving forward and pass these challenging times. On December 12, 2008, the daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, shared a vision with us, the vision of building digital Bangladesh by 2021. Today, after an era of recurring development of whole nation has proven that digital Bangladesh is not a dream anymore, but a very inspiring reality. Even while nations are facing economic recession due to the lockdown, Bangladesh can harness the opportunities through technologies in almost every aspect of our life. As a result, not only our economy can withstand, but also our overcoming we are overcoming obstacle of mass vaccination through one single digital platform. The architect of Digital Bangladesh and ICT advisor to the Prime Minister, Mr. Sajib Wazir Joy, now have given us a new dream, the pragmatic hope of a future knowledge society where the people of Bangladesh will work in the knowledge industry, creating and providing knowledge-based services to people, knowledge-based economy. And sooner we realized that such a dream requires a very strong, sustainable ecosystem. We are always planning one step ahead of what we have been implementing. To empower the academia, we have already established more than 8,000 Sheikh Russell digital computer labs in schools and colleges, while more than 5,000 are being established and more than 15,000 in the pipeline. To decentralize the technology and creativity channels, we are establishing 300 schools of future where students from the schools and colleges will be facilitated to develop their coding, programming, critical thinking, design thinking, and all skills required to prepare them for uncertainty of the future tech industry. We have provided more than 33 specialized 4IR technology-based labs in 33 public and private universities across the country. We're also building Sheikh Kamal IT Training and Incubation Center in all 64 districts to create employment for non-graduate youths, while Sheikh Kamal IT Business Incubators established in universities are targeted to turn university reports and thesis or research papers into real life products, services, so that we can bring new and original innovations into the market and create new business ventures within the industry out of academia. Starting as an importer, Bangladesh had acquired manufacturing startups and was now promoted to become an exporting nation. The high-tech park and software technology parks established throughout the country are targeted to help the local industries to grow, as well as the foreign investment by providing better culture, better communities, connections, and especially a very lucrative bunch of incentives. We have taken specialized initiatives targeting create an entrepreneurial supply chain through Innovation Design and Entrepreneurship Academy IDEA project. We also have set up government's own venture capital fund as Startup Bangladesh Limited company. We are also going to prepare mentors and coaches for mobilizing into the ecosystem through a special project titled as Digital Entrepreneurship and Innovation Ecosystem Development Project. We are looking forward to redefining the culture of tech education through the Sheikh Hasina Institute of Frontier Technologies, in short, SHIFT. At present, Bangladesh startup ecosystem hosts more than 2,500 startups, inspiring more than 300 startups annually. This sector has created employment for more than 1.5 million people. We are hopeful that in the future, these members will only increase and we are going to achieve all of our dreams. The Republic of Korea is a trusted friend of Digital Bangladesh in moving forward to embrace the future technology together. With the technical and financial assistance of the government of Korea through KOICA, we established Bangladesh Korea Institute of Information and Communication Technology BKIICT under BCC, an international standard ICT training institute. We have developed the e-government master plan for Digital Bangladesh in partnership with KOICA in 2019. Utilizing Korea's experience in establishing e-government. In this e-government master plan, 46 initiatives have been suggested for the digitization of major services of the government of Bangladesh. As a part of the implementation of e-government master plan, Digital Municipalities Service System, DMSS, has been piloted in 1 city corporation and 9 municipalities, where 5 citizen services have been digitized. The piloting was inaugurated by Honorable ICT Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister on 20th October 2019. Since then, DMSS is continuing to provide the services to the citizens of piloting areas. We have sent a letter to Chokka headquarters through ERD to scale up DMSS in all 329 municipalities across the country. The Digital Maheshkhali project, implemented by ICT Division, Korea Telecom, and IOM, connected the Maheshkhali Upazila of Cox's Bazar with high-speed internet, education and training, mobile health care, access to information, solar, electricity, and commerce. The Bangladesh Bangla GovNet project, implemented with a soft loan from EDCF and Korea Exim Bank, has connected all of our government entities up to the district level throughout the country under a single network. Ideathon is another successful joint ICT initiative by Bangladesh and Korea, aiming to increase the knowledge and skills of the startups in Bangladesh and South Korea. Last year, we jointly organized the Startup Exchange Program, along with the support with networking, mentorship, prototype, support, and international patenting. I believe all participating teams of this competition would highly benefit from the business development courses of KPC for startups businesses, networking, and venture capital. The project has been a great opportunity for the Bangladeshi teams to raise their startup competitiveness to the next level. I am confident that all teams will continue the journey of great challenges to grow as a next generation leader in Bangladesh's ICT field. Finally, I would like to finish with a quote from the Honorable ICT Affairs Advisor, Mr. Sajib Wazir Joy, who started his journey as an innovator, a startup founder, entrepreneur, and now a statesman. The Honorable ICT Advisor has inspired us to start leading our nation through innovations and has guided us in setting up the ecosystem to do so. I quote, "Do not imitate, innovate." Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
네, 장관님 말씀 정말 고맙습니다. 잘 들었습니다. 이것으로 개회사와 인사 말씀 모두 마치도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you so much, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Palak MP, the Honorable State Minister, ICT Division, Bangladesh.
자, 그럼 본격적으로 첫 번째 발표팀 발표 한번 들어볼까요?
And now, without further ado, here is our first presenter. Please welcome Krishian.
So hi, I'm Hassan Ahmed from Krishian. So as a father, all I want for my kids is to grow healthy and have a long life. So we are living in the city center and experience and enjoying most of the facilities except food. So safe food actually nowadays is the name of the crisis. So we actually were facing a safe food crisis from the very beginning. Nowadays, there are so many bad news about the food. 76% food are getting contaminated, and over 690 million people are getting sick every year. So for the rapid urbanization and population and major demographic shift, our city population increasing rapidly, and city don't have any cultivable land, and it completely depends on rural food production network. And for the long transportation and preservation, our 1/3 of food are wasted every year. And with the uses of huge amount of pesticides, chemicals, during the preservation time, our all food are wasted. So you will be relieved to hear that we, our urban farmers, came up with a revolutionary solution with our control device, self-control device. Our indoor grower can grow their vegetables without any prior experience. And we are building vertical farm inside the city to meet the vegetable demands. And through our hyperlocal supply chain and hyperlocal marketplace, our grower can sell their produce through our platform. And the city dealer can get access to local and fresh vegetables. So we have multidimensional business model. We are selling grow device, and we are building vertical farm inside the city, and we are taking 25% commission from our grower. Those are selling vegetables through our platform. So the global market size of urban farming is around $290 billion with 3.6 CAGR. And the vertical farming market size around $12 billion with 24.6 CAGR. So it will be double within 2026. And the combined market size of fresh vegetables and urban farming in Bangladesh now is around $22 billion. And the SAM is $7 billion, and the obtainable market size is $22 million. So as our product is very innovative and new in a market, we are targeting early adopters through our digital marketing channel, and we are going to partnership with Superstore to ensure product visibility and our offline sales. Also, we are going to partnership with real estate company and offering them built-in indoor farm for their apartments. And we are, through our direct marketing channel, we are going to onboard the building owner for rooftop farm building. And by the end of this year, we will start by building 10,000 square feet urban farm. And in 2022, we are going to launch our indoor device, grow indoor device, and our training program. And after getting sufficient amount of grower, we will launch our vegetable brand in 2023. And we are hoping to build 1 million square feet urban farm within 2025. And we want to provide our smart farming technology to the rural farmers to enhance their productivity. So the opportunity is there have no direct competitor yet, but there have lots of indirect competitor. Those are working with conventional farming technology and conventional supply chain. So our advantage is we are first in the market. We have a patentable grow device, and also we are building an ecosystem for both commercial grower and the consumer. So with a $100,000 pre-order, we are projecting $12 million in revenue with 10,000 urban farmers within 2025. And this, we have a capable and experienced team with expertise of agriculture technology, IoT, business, and finance. So actually, Krishian business model is creating impact on planet Earth. We are addressing 6 SDG goals out of 17. So now we are looking for 12 months finance for build 200,000 urban farm, 200,000 square feet urban farm, then 200,000 urban farmers. Also, we want to reach the revenue in as $2 million. So let's start together to ensure safe food for ourselves and for our next generation. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Now, I will hand it over to the judges. If you have any questions or comments, please.
네, 손 들어주시면 저희가 바로 질의응답 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 질문 있으신 분 손 들어주시면 저희가 바로 연결하겠습니다.
This is Kareem. Can I go with the first question? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly, sir.
Okay, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
We can
Yes.
even hear you better, sir.
Okay, all right. I just have a couple of quick questions for Krishian. And they can answer them together. So my first question to them is your smart agriculture device ready? And if it is ready, can you show a picture of that device? And how many of that device, if it is ready, have you installed so far? And are any of them paid users? These are the primary questions I have. And the other, related question I had was, I wasn't sure how AI is relevant for your product. If you can also elaborate on that, why AI is at all used in your ecosystem. So thank you.
Thank you for your question. Actually, now we're already built our prototype. We didn't go for our final product. And for this product, we don't have any customer yet, but we have a pre-order so that we can provide our products within this end of this year. And actually here the AI thing, actually we have a patentable grow device, and with the feature we can, through a camera, we can optimize the data of the plant's leaf size, plant's color. So our system will generate the data, how about the plant's growth and plant's health.
Thank you for the question and the comment.
네,
Now,
감사합니다.
for the time given for each team, that had to be the last question. We ask for your understanding.
Thank
Krishian,
you.
you may be seated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's move on to the second presenter, shall we?
네, 바로 두 번째 발표자 소개하겠습니다.
Second presenter, please welcome Chokka.
네, 발표 자료를 띄워주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, this is Noreen Hagridi from Char Chokka, and you must be wondering what this picture is doing here. So it's from my favorite film 3 Idiots. It's about engineering, and as an engineering graduate, I felt really relatable to the fact that how frustrating engineering studies can be, and it shows perfectly. Also, this film made us feel loved for the character Phungsung Wangdu. Phungsung Wangdu actually tried to experiment and experience, even went against the flow of educational system. And that made him a famous scientist. But is it only in films, but not in real life? It can be seen in real life, like this kid, Gitanjali Rao, who became a famous inventor at the age of 15, and she started her research at the age of 13 in Denver University. So what Phungsung Wangdu and Gitanjali Rao has that we don't? Most of our educational system actually focuses on listening to lectures, reading books, seeing pictures, and watching videos. Passive kind of learning. But we don't get much opportunity to focus on writing and performing tasks and experiencing educational materials. But though we have lots of information on the passive kind of education. So to mitigate this gap between active and passive kind of learning, we came up with our solution. That is an AI tool that gives a magical feeling to the students while writing scientific expressions, and that become a real life simulation, 3D models that shows how they look like in real life. So we have 3 features. One is correcting by identifying handwritten scientific expressions, formulas, terminologies. And 2, showing 3D models, how they look like and how they look like with our environment. And 3, the feature of simulation that gives students the opportunity to experiment and experience with the scientific formulas and terminologies. Our patent filed engine has 91% of accuracy in identifying scientific expressions. 82% of accuracy in Bangla handwriting identification, and search time is pretty fast, though it will grow faster and it will improve with more usage of data and customer. We have a market size of total available market of 5 billion, which comes to serviceable obtainable market to 300 million. We have divided our customer into 3 segmentations. Our students with 3 divisions based on their class groups, and if they have access to smartphone or internet, tab, or if they have the permission of parents or not. Also, our customers are institutions like schools, edtech companies, and publishers. We have 2 business models, one subscription-based model for B2C, and open API and SDK that is customized or system integration for B2B. So there are lots of good AR/VR companies. They are doing great content and great engines with educational tools. But like Google Lens, they are working really good with OCR and AI corrections. We are mitigating a gap between writing, like OCR, and 2D and 3D simulation, which can be used in educational tools and educational fields. So for go-to-market strategy, we have to approach the parents of the students first, because they control the access of device and internet of the students of mainly primary schools. So we are following the curriculums, government school curriculums for our contents. Also for markets, we are arranging science contest. Also training and data sharing for B2B. Also exhibitions and peer-to-peer recognition for both B2C and B2B. We have a team of 4 with various expertise in different fields that actually complements the development of our product and marketization of our product. We have an AR developer, product manager, AI researcher, and a business strategist. With 140,000 USD of investment and seed money from our side, we are looking for a milestone to go up to 3 million of cash flow within 3 years. We want more Gitanjali Rao and Phungsung Wangru in our society, in our country, so that we can fulfill the dream of digital Bangladesh. And that's why our solution will bring fun and easy to use and exciting to learn for science. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the presentation.
네, 잘 들었습니다.
Now I will hand it over to the judges once again. For the fair screening, could we have one question from the judges, please?
네, 손 들어주시면 저희가 질문
I have a
받도록
question,
하겠습니다.
please. May I ask a question?
Sure, sir.
What will be your target domain? Because we have many domains like physics, chemistry, mathematics, and each domain has enormous amount of knowledge. So build up a knowledge base of any particular domain is really difficult. So have you any target domain, or you will? Well, my question is, are you working with a particular domain, or I think it will be infinite. You need infinite amount of knowledge base.
Thank you for asking this question. Actually, it's pretty important, as targeting the domain is important. So at first, we are targeting the chemistry of class 8 to 12, because in chemistry, 8 to 12 students start learning the really difficult part of the chemistry. And chemistry, we need to visualize it more. We cannot visualize it in books and through pictures and videos clearly. That's why at first we are targeting chemistry, and slowly we go for physics, biology, mathematics, and then we will target for IT. And main domain is STEM education.
Thank you for the question. And
네, 질문 답변 감사드립니다. 네, 시간 관계상 여기까지 질문 듣도록 할까요?
right, yes. Then, yeah, that'll be all. Thank you.
네.
Let's move on to the third presenter, shall we?
네, 준비됐습니다. 세 번째 발표자를 소개하도록 하겠습니다.
Please welcome ANTT.
Annyeonghaseyo. Good morning, everyone. This is Uday, CEO of ANTT Robotics, which is a tech company. We are providing gamified and AI-based educational learning solution to make learning fun. Learning programming is not very easy for the children. We all know. As an STM educator, I can feel the problem. Let me share my experience with you. Meet with battery boy. He used to carry a battery and DC motor and live in the rural area in Bangladesh, where no support available regarding 4th industrial skill sets and the robotics. And he is Rafsan, live in the Dhaka city, know about the basic ICT programming, but is still traveling from the learning practical programmings and the STM education. So this is the fact of Southeast Asia, where 2 out of 3 students are deprived from learning technology, and it causes 8 trillion losses revenue worldwide. And it is the combined GDP of Japan and Germany. So why these problems comes out? The traditional systems takes lots of wire, and there is no gamified systems and lack of the resource for the schools and teachers. So in the Southeast Asia is really bigger problems and comes out. So we did research and comes up with the solutions and with an awesome platform where you can find the national curriculum based curriculum friendly course material, modular based STM tools, gamified and AI based learning management system, and of course freelance educator. So here's our one of the most popular learning programming language tools that's called EduBlock, and you can do code using your mobile phones, using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth also. And it comes with plug and play method and no wire connections. And you can do the data analysis and data science learning using our IoT based technology hardware and platform. So here's the demo of our the data analysis platform. So our target market is 1.3 billion US dollar in overall Bangladesh, and our serviceable obtainable market is 75 million US dollar along in Dhaka city. So we are following a dynamic pricing strategy where you can find the paid courses, tools, add-ons, curriculums, and the freelance teachers, and also we have a community-based channels where you can find the free resources, and we are offering B2B and B2C services. So let me remind you again that ANTT Robotics is only one company offering the chain ecosystem of STM robots, course curriculum, freelance teachers, and community channels that no other company is currently providing. And we did pilot program in Bangladesh and also Tanzania, Africa, and from the pilot program we have learned that 86% students find that from our tools the programming language is very easy to learning, and 76% ICT teachers find that our curriculum, course material, and all others class material is very easy to teachable. So we have a very passionate and business-minded, extensive business-minded people, and we co-founder has previous experience to doing business together, and I am 5 years experience in robotics, product designs, and business management and education solutions. So this is our progress in South Korea. We signed with one angel investor and one B2B work order, and also one MOU in a tech partner in Korea, and over the 20 meetings, and we got some IR session and also more IR session from the KPC. So we also conducted some sessions from the 4 different schools students in the Seoul. So our target market strategy is very simple, and we last month we started our school campaign, and there are 3 schools sign up already, and 30 students are already enrolled for our boot camps, and we have 8,000 user base and 2 B2B customers. So we are asking for seed investment round, where we are asking 500,000 US dollar for the boosting 1.2 million revenue in 12 months. So this is, I am opening for the question and answer for honorable judges. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Thank you for the presentation.
I'd like to.
바로
Yes.
질문 들어왔나요?
Please.
I'd like to ask you one question. Like you mentioned about your kit and you compared the properties with other kits that were available, and especially you're in Korea. I think you're in the right place, especially for the robotics kits. Our children in Bangladesh also use some robotics kits from Korea. And I would like to ask that, do you have any unique feature that is not present in any other robotics kit that you mentioned? So I would like to know what is the uniqueness of your product?
Okay, ma'am, thank you for your questions. My first unique features is we are providing national curriculum friendly teaching material using our tools and also the Arduino tools. And second unique features is we are focusing on plug and play, where no wire is connected, and you can use the sensor for buying from the market, directly purchase from the market. And we are providing all of this in one tools, and there is no, you don't have to buy the multiple tools. You have to buy the one tools and you can do whatever you want. And another third point is we are providing a one ecosystem where you find the courses, IDE, course teachers, and nearby educator, everything in one platform. And fourth USP is the main goal have to be awareness in Bangladesh. So we are providing the awareness of STM education using our organizations of others partnerships. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have time for another question?
I have a question.
Yes, we do. A quick question and a quick answer, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is Gary Laney. Can I go ahead and ask the question?
Yes, of course, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. So my question is, it seems like with a product like this, you're going to have a high level of R&D that's required. So what is your plan to do that while you're trying to get seed money? If you don't get enough seed money, how can you still proceed? And my only other concern would be scalability.
Thank you, sir. We are asking for seed money to productions and selling it to our Bangladesh market and also African market, as we have already a partner in African market. So last month I already sent them a 30 pieces of order, and currently we are asking for seed money only for the productions and of course a small amount of marketing.
Thank you.
And I want to add something that we already did all the research R&D part. We don't have to need any R&D for these productions levels. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the questions and the responses to the questions.
네, 감사드리겠습니다. 그럼 다시 자리로 모실까요?
Yes, ANTT Robotics, that might be all. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's move on to the fourth presenter, shall we?
벌써 네 번째 발표자를 소개하도록 하겠습니다.
Right. The fourth presenter, please welcome Rokkhi.
Good afternoon. I'm Tohamim Ahmed and my company name is Rokkhi. We are here to simplify your building management related problems. Every homeowner in Bangladesh who owns a free properties has to go through this struggle of managing its different managerial problems and expenditure errors by himself by being present to them physically. My own uncle suffers the same fate. After a busy day at the office, he has to go get into arguments with his different building managers, and this time can be spent on his family. So our solution to this is simple. We are giving you an application that serves as your digital building assistant and keeps track of every building management related issues, tracks your bills, tracks your expenditures, and gives them to you at your fingertips. After much R&D, we focused on three major aspects of building management. First one is visitor management. which is now being done in Bangladesh by this pen paper system, which adds no value to your security nor your privacy. But with Rokkhi, you can have both. Bill management and expenditure is our second most important feature. Tenant rent, service charge, other invoices, miscellaneous expenses, every data gets collected, organized, and served to you at your fingertips. One-click notification to every tenant for their due rent, security warning, everything can be done by our application. Human security guards are an integral part of every home in Dhaka city. So we are developing an app to boost their performance and track their location and give you a greater peace of mind. The market size in Bangladesh of real estate is close to $3 billion. We are estimating to obtain 10% of this. And our target demographic is 30-year-old tech-savvy people who already owns a few buildings and are facing difficulty managing them, so they are spending almost $10,000 yearly. Our vision is to develop an ecosystem around building management, so we are open to strategic partnership with key stakeholders of this, such as lift operators, real estate companies, housing societies. We are already in partnership with some of them, and we are already doing online and offline marketing as necessary. So far, we have gathered 100+ buildings in our portfolio and have generated a good amount of revenue, and we have thousands of downloads on the App Store. Our main source of revenue is our software that we are offering as a service, and we are charging as little as $100 per installation of one time on every building. We have a very small monthly fee. We can generate additional revenue depending on our client demands, and our vision is ambitious, which will be described by my friend Ishtiaq.
Thank you, Tohamim. We want to develop an ecosystem of apartment buildings. Developing an ecosystem is not an easy task, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. We are already connecting all the stakeholders like building owners, tenants, welfare associations, real estate companies, and so on. This is our 5 years implementation plan. Within this year, we will collect 0.1 million user data. Within the next year, we want to onboard 2,000+ buildings, and after that, we will start our test operation in Malaysia. Within 2024, we hope we will reach our break-even point. And within 2025, we want to expand in entire Southeast Asia. This is our 5 years revenue projection. After the first wave of COVID, we have enjoyed 50% month-over-month growth. We believe that happened because building owners finally realized the importance of contactless communication with their tenants. These are our competitors. Nikunjo, Amargriho, and Bhavan are our direct and local competitors. But we believe Rokkhi has a cutting edge on them because all the other competitors are only concerned about the building management part, but we also concerned about the building security part. We have a very good founding team. Our team members are very skilled and experienced. We have two very good portfolio investors from UK and Australia, and together they have 30+ years experience in IT industry. We have won several awards and competitions. Among them, Ideathon and National ICT Awards are the most prestigious ones. We have won the Ideathon, and we are here now in Korea. We have developed our prototype here, and we have already applied for our international patent. We are looking for $0.2 million investment. We believe with the help of this investment, we can onboard 2,000+ buildings within the next years. At last, we want to say that our vision is very simple but very big. We want to build a smart Dhaka city. We know our job is tough, but we believe we can do that, and we will. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation.
네, 수고하셨습니다.
May I have your questions, please?
Sure.
네, 손 들어주시면.
May I ask a question, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. My name is Naseem from Dhaka. For Rokkhi, we all know that privacy and data protection are huge issues going forward. So what kind of safeguards have you built into the system that the data that you collect, especially if you're collecting video and real-time video of people entering, leaving buildings, this cannot be abused? Or what kind of safeguards for data privacy will you provide in this solution?
For now, we don't collect videos. There are some we collect photos of who is entering into a house or who is going outside. And we are now using Google's AWS server for this. And we are committed to not break the privacy of our users. That's our policy for now. We are just using the cloud server of Google's AWS.
Are you aware that there are actually now protocols, because a commitment is not going to be, very convincing for your customer, right? They may want.
Yeah, we are aware of that, and we are working on that issue. Sorry, yes.
Good. Thank you very much.
We have another judge who raised the hand for a short, quick question, please.
네, 부탁드립니다.
Thank you. My question for the Rokkhi team, it's going to be like, what level of internet connection do we need for using this application? Because as I understood, this application going to have lots of features. So the internet connection should be really high speed. So if we want to cover all area in Bangladesh or like in Malaysia, so what level of internet connection do we need for that?
We don't need very high-speed connection for using our app because it's only inputting. If we can see our security part, the human security guard will only input the data and the photos of the guests, and it doesn't need very high-speed internet. So the internet speed is not a problem for our app, we think, yes.
Thank you for the questions and comments.
네, 수고하셨습니다. 자리로 다시 모시겠습니다.
Thank you.
Yes,
and 감사합니다.
Rokkhi Limited. Yeah, you might be seated.
네.
Now let's have today's last presenter.
네, 드디어 마지막 발표자를 소개하도록 하겠습니다.
Please welcome Chobir Baksho.
Hi. In 2020, song Dynamite by BTS, a South Korean band has generated $1.4 billion and created 8,000 new jobs. So you can see the impact of culture into the economy. My name is Imtiaz Ahmed and I'm from Chobir Baksho. The meaning of Chobir Baksho is a box of photographs. In Korean, it's Sajing Sangya. I used to be a photographer when I was a student, and after that I joined in a digital marketing agency. In the agency, I have seen there's a huge problem in the content industry of Bangladesh. There is no stock photo marketplace available in the market where you can find a photograph that represent our culture, our community, our people. And some of few other options available was like finding pictures on Google, and Google Photo doesn't provide copyright. Also, photo shoot is really expensive. We also have a lot of professional and freelance photographers out there. So bridging the bridge between these two communities, we have come up with a solution that is a stock photo marketplace where you can buy and sell photographs. We currently have two different services. One is a stock photo and another is on-demand photograph. In our technology stack, we are currently using AI, machine learning, and machine vision for better user experience. We are detecting object, face, and colors from the photograph. Currently, you can buy a picture from our platform using subscription or paper download from which we are sharing revenue towards the contributors. So it's a revenue share model platform. Currently, we don't have any direct competitors in the market. It's a kind of a blue ocean marketplace, and there are some secondary competitors in the market like Shutterstock, Gate Images, and Image Bazaar. So if we look at our market, Zenith, one of the largest advertising company in the world, says that Bangladesh is one of the fastest growing ad market in the world. And we currently have 5,500 plus content and news agency in the market. We have 2 million plus photographers and designers available. Also, the current market size is TAM is $600 million and SAM is $50 million, and obtainable market is $10 million. If we look at our neighbor country, India, in a report shows published in 2018 that Indian stock photo market is $104 million, and the largest one, Image Bazaar, has a $10 million market. So what our expectation is to acquire 25% of the serviceable, obtainable market within 2024, and which worth of $2.5 million US. These are the KPIs and achievement that we have achieved. We are currently serving 9 different brands for their stock photo and on-demand photo service from 3,500 plus photographs and 140 contributors, which is growing rapidly. And we have awarded in 4 different competitions. And we have also applied for a patent in South Korea, which we are expecting to be approved. We have two different important segments. One is contributors and buyers. For them we have a go-to-market strategy starting from online marketing, offline marketing, partnership, retention, including digital PR, digital marketing, university event, agency partnership, programmatic buying for retention. And so how we want to grow in the future? We want to grow in 2 different verticals. One is in product and one is in market. So in product, we want to add different product in our lineup like stock vector, stock videos, stock music, exhibition. In market, we want to expand our business in different markets like Myanmar initially, South Korea, and Nepal. We're currently raising $150,000 US for 12 months of runway, which we're going to spend on technology, marketing, and operations. So these are few awards that we have awarded in different competitions. I had a privilege to receive 2 awards from our Honorable State Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, and once from His Excellency, Mr. John Kuhn last time. So in this connected, chaotic world, technology can be replicable, but you cannot replicate a culture. It requires its own people, own history, and own community. So our vision is to spread culture through content, primarily for a country that I'm extremely proud to be a citizen of. This country's name is Bangladesh. Thank you and 감사합니다.
Thank you for the presentation.
네, 잘 들었습니다.
Once again and lastly, I'll hand it over to the judges. If you have any questions, please.
네, 질문 있으신 분들 손 주세요.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My question is, how will you use machine learning in your project?
So,
what is the scope?
Okay, so machine learning, we are going to. I'm just saying that I'm a business guy. I have a tech team, but for that answer, we are using machine learning for detect object so that we can generate tags for the user, so that it is easily people can find any pictures very easily. So that in a stock photo marketplace, there will be thousands of millions of photographs. The important is to give a good user experience to the user so that they can easily find out the pictures. And the machine learning will detect the object so that they can find a picture easily that they are looking for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have one last question?
Yes, I have one question. This is Sonia. I'm from Bangladesh. I just had one question. You're talking about content. How do you protect the owner of the content? Because anybody could be uploading pictures or videos. What is the technology that you have for protecting the actual owner of the content?
All right. Thank you very much for the questions. So primarily what we're doing, if you want to be a contributor, you have to sign up with a photo identity card. This is a primary requirement. And after that, there is a service from Google that they can detect any similar photograph from the internet. So secondarily, we are also looking for if there is any other photographs look like that. So we will go for manual check-in. So there is 2 options. Primarily, we are taking ID card, and then actually we'll go for a automate process.
Thank you. Thank you to all presenters and for all your presentations.
네, 자리로 모두겠습니다. 네. 자, 이렇게 말씀하시죠.
We also thank the judges for the thought-provoking questions and comments. If you haven't finalized your voting, please proceed immediately because we will close the voting shortly.
네, 이렇게 모두 5팀의 발표가 모두 끝이 났습니다. 오늘 처음으로 발표를 무대에서 하신 분도 계셨는데요. 긴장하지 않고 아주 잘 해두셨습니다. 수고 많으셨고요. 그리고 좋은 결과 있으시기를 바라겠습니다. 자, 그리고 아직 투표를 안 하신 분들이 계신 것 같아서요. 자, 그러면 투표를 서둘러 주시기 바랍니다. 아까 안내해드렸다시피 미리 공지해드린 그 투표 링크에서 지금 바로 투표해 주시기 바랍니다.
That's right. Respectful judges, did you all vote Please, we will close the voting in a few seconds.
네, 음악이 깔리고 있습니다. 곧 투표를 이제 마감하도록 하겠습니다.
Now, let's start the final countdown. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Yes, today's voting closes and the counting the votes begins.
네.
Let's start counting votes now.
네, 투표를 마감하고요. 이제 투표 집계를 시작하도록 하겠습니다.
While we count the votes, we'd like to hear from Ms. Tanya Chaudhary from Bangladesh.
네, 오늘 이 발표를 어떻게 보셨는지 저희 집계하는 동안에 방글라데시의 타냐 초우트리님의 소감을 한번 청해 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 부탁드릴게요.
It's all yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum. This is Tanya Chaudhary, partner of Kpis and co-founder of TalhaTraining. At first, my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Junaid Ahmed Polong MP, ICT Division Bangladesh, Honorable Special Guest, His Excellency Lee Jiang-kyun, Ambassador, the People's Republic of Korea in Bangladesh, Honorable Special Guest, Anwan Gi, Chairman, Korea Productivity Center, Honorable Special Guest, NM Jiaololumpa, Senior Secretary under ICT Ministry Bangladesh. Mr. Pathupotin Dev, Executive Director, Bangladesh Computer Council. Mr. Mohammad Abdul Rakib, Project Director, IDEA Bangladesh. And all honorable guests, judges, and media persons. Today is the day when we successfully completed our first season of Bangladesh Frontier Startup Business Preparation Support Project. Whenever a big dream starts, there are always few visionary people behind that work. Our Honorable State Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polong, and agricultural activist, Mr. Shai Shiraz, were the visionary leaders behind that project. They give their valuable opinion in every step to guide us. In this COVID pandemic situation, selecting top 5 teams was not an easy task. I am thankful to full IDEA team, ICT Ministry Bangladesh. They provided their support in the journey of selecting top 5 teams. With the help and guidance of KPC, through 2 months of various sessions, TalhaTraining has made top 5 team ready for Korea's 6-month incubation. In this COVID pandemic situation, the journey from visa processing to today's demo day was not easy either. I am grateful to the Ministry of Justice Korea, the Korean Embassy in Bangladesh, KPC, and Kaipa to complete its task with utmost efficiency. Now, our 5 teams are coming back to Bangladesh with sufficient business, technological, and networking knowledge. International patent filing, working prototype, and angel investment as well, which is always any startup team. Now it's time for them to take the responsibility for our country. And I believe they will work harder and harder to achieve their goals. Many congratulations to our top 5 team for completing this 6 months by following Korean government rules as well as KPC's rules. I hope you all are going to make huge impact in Bangladesh startup ecosystem as well as job market. With the lesson learned this year, I believe next season will be going to be more efficient and we will make more impact. My special thanks to Mr. Kyun Park and team of Global Startup Immigration Center for their all efforts to make this season successful. Thank you all.
Thank you for the kind words.
네, 소감 잘 들었습니다. 방글라데시의 타냐 초우트리님의 소감 청해 들었습니다. 고맙습니다.
Right. So, do we have the winners?
Yes. Yes. 네. 투표 결과 그러면 지금부터 이제 공개를 하도록 하겠습니다. 자,
Can
그러면
you bring it on the screen?
자,
Here it is.
여기 있네요. 자, 그러면 특별히 오늘 시상에는 KPC 박상곤 본부장님께서 오늘 수고를 해 주시겠습니다. 네, 본부장님을 저희 무대 위로 모셔서 모시겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
Presenting the award today is Mr. Park Sang-gon, the Chief Director of Korea Productivity Center. First, we will announce the 5th place winner. The 5th place goes to Chobir Baksho.
네, 축하드립니다. 무대 위로 모시겠습니다. 축하드립니다. 네, KPC 박상구 본부장님께서 상장을 수여해 주시겠습니다. 네, 상장 수여. 그리고 시상 상품도 전달드리겠습니다.
And there will be a commemorative photo shoot.
자, 그러면 기념 촬영을 함께 본부장님과 하도록 하겠습니다. 축하드립니다. 환하게 웃어주세요.
Thank you.
네,
Thank you.
축하드립니다.
Now, next is the fourth place winner of the day. The fourth place goes to
자, 음악 깔아주세요.
Krishian.
네, 축하드립니다. 네, 상장을 수여하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 본부장님의 축하 말씀 주셨고요. 시상 상품 네, 드리겠습니다. 자, 환하게 웃어주세요. 네, 다시 한번 축하드립니다.
Congratulations. And next is the third place winner of the day. The third place goes to
발표하시죠.
Chokka.
네, 축하드립니다. 네, 역시 KPC 본부장님께서 상장을 수여해주셨습니다. 그리고 부상을 전달하겠습니다.
Thank you for report. Thank you.
네, 고맙습니다. 네, 중앙으로 오셔서 기념 촬영을 하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 축하드립니다. 너무 고생 많으셨습니다.
Congratulations. Now let's move on. Next is the second place taker of the day. The
네.
second place goes to
긴장됩니다. 네.
Rokkhi Limited.
축하드립니다. 네, KPC 본부장님께서 상장을 수여해 주셨습니다.
Thank you for report. Thank you.
네, 부상도 함께 전달을 드리겠습니다.
Congratulations. Thank you.
네, 귀한 말씀 고맙습니다. 네, 기념 촬영 하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 상장을 좀 열어서 한번 보여드릴까요?
상장을 열어. 오픈 열어주세요.
아, 네. 네, 자랑스러운 상장을 활짝 열어서 네.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
축하드립니다.
Well, I wonder who's going to be the first winner. Last but not least, and actually the best of the day, the first winner of Bangladesh Frontier Startups Demo Day and Closing Ceremony is... That's right, ANTT Robotics.
축하드립니다. 네, 1등 수여하겠습니다. KPC 박상건 본부장님께서 역시 상장을 전달드리고
Thank you.
이상으로
Thank you for your
선물을
Thank you.
증정하겠습니다. 예, 상장을 펴서 네, 앞쪽에 있는 카메라를 향해서 환하게 웃어주세요. 아, 축하드립니다. 네. 네, 그리고 시상에 수고해주신 KPC 박상구 본부장님께 다시 한 번 더 감사의 말씀 드립니다. 고맙습니다.
Once again, congratulations to the winners and to all 5 startup teams from Bangladesh. And thank you to everyone who have been with us online today in Korea and Bangladesh.
네, 오늘 행사에 함께 해주신 모든 분들께 진심으로 감사드립니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear sirs and ma'ams, what a story we've created together. If some says that coincidences can turn into inevitables, that's what we have become for the past most memorable months with all of you. It's been a great honor and great pleasure working with all of you. And that brings us to the end of Bangladesh Frontier Startups Demo Day and Closing Ceremony.
네, 오늘 행사 여기서 마무리하도록 하겠습니다.
Until we meet again, bye.